Hi, and thank you for joining me for this video. So tonight I'm going to be trying out the Snugpak Special Forces bivvy bag. I'm super excited to be trying out this bivvy bag. I'm looking forward to seeing how I get on in this bivvy bag, but also how well this bivvy bag performs. Now, I'm just about to get set up, but before I get set up, I just wanted to say that I did do a first impressions video of this bivvy bag and I looked at all the specs. So if you are interested in this bivvy bag, make sure you go back and watch that first impressions video. Now I'm here in the woods and I'm really looking forward to camping here tonight. I'm actually right next to a lake, which I will show you in a minute. But as I say, I'm just going to get set up now, and then when I've got set up, I'll bring you back and I'll show you what I'm using. Well, that's me pretty much set up. I'm just going to enjoy this beer and then I'll show you everything that I'm going to be using tonight. Cheers. So let me quickly just go through my setup for tonight. Now I have got a tarp up because there is due to be a little bit of rain in the early hours. Now the tarp I'm using is the DD Super Light tarp. It's 2.5 meters by 1.5 meters. So it packs down really small. On the ground for my footprint, I do have the DD Magic Carpet. This is the XL version. Then underneath my air mat, I'm using the Snugpak insulated mat. The air mattress tonight I've got is the Origem. It's just a budget air mat, but it is super comfortable. It's a decent size. It's nice and thick. But what I love, even though it's really big, it packs down really small. Then on the outside of my sleeping bag, obviously, I'm going to be trying out this Snugpak Special Forces bivvy bag with the center zip. The sleeping bag I'm using tonight is by Snugpak as well, and this is just a 3-season sleeping bag. And then I've got my good old Trekology pillow. I've got my bag over there with some water, some more drinks inside, and my food, etc. But I will show you a bit more on what I've got in the bag a bit later. And then at the top here, I've just got my little camping lamp. So that's the setup for tonight. Looking forward to this camp tonight, and I'm going to relax, might have another beer, and then I think I might think about having something to eat. So when it comes to food and drink for this camp, I just thought I'd keep things nice and simple. Food-wise for tonight, I've just picked up a couple of packs of these Wayfarer meals. This one is the meatballs and pasta. And then I thought I'd try a dessert from Wayfarer, and this is the chocolate pudding. So I'm interested to see what that tastes like. For my breakfast, I'm going to keep things simple, as I say. I've just got a little pastry. It's just a yum yum. It doesn't look very appetizing, but I can assure you it is very nice. I've got a couple of coffees. I'll enjoy one later, and I'll keep one for the morning. I've had a couple of beers already, but I've got one more. I've got plenty of water. Everything I'm going to be heating up and using tonight is going to be used in the jet boil. I'm a massive jet boil fan. So yeah, keeping things nice and easy, nice and simple, as I say. I thought I was going to keep things simple because, you know, tonight is about trying out the Snugpak Special Forces Bivvi bag. But then, you know, a little top, you know, your mat, your sleeping bag, your pillow. As I say, it's a nice, easy, simple setup. I do enjoy going out with my tent and taking all my cooking gear and what have you, but sometimes I do feel like I'm taking everything apart from the kitchen sink. So to keep things nice and easy, nice and relaxed, and I'm going to say it again, nice and simple, for me, yeah, it's refreshing. So I'm looking forward uh, to keeping things nice and relaxed tonight. Well, I've got my beer, I've got my meatballs and pasta, which I'm enjoying. Um, yeah, you know, today hasn't been a bad day. It's been an absolutely beautiful day weather-wise. The lights are drawing in now, and it's starting to get a little bit chilly. Not cold enough for a jacket, but chilly enough for for me to put on my beanie. Just have some of this. Mm, not bad, not bad. I mean, talking about these Wayfarer meals, I think I said in a previous video that I get why people use these not videos, start again. I get why people use these pre-packed meals. They're nice and easy. They're easy to pack in your bag, easy to heat up, and they're pretty tasty. But for me, I prefer to buy my own food. Also, some of these pre-packed meals cost a lot of money. I saw one the other day, I think it was about £15, and I thought, wow, you know, you could get some steak, some vegetables, some potatoes for that, and have a little bit of pudding. So yeah, I think cooking your own food is more fun, it's more rewarding, and I think it's definitely more tasty. But you know, for this camp tonight, where I'm going to say it again, we're keeping things nice and simple. Uh, these Wayfarer meals are absolutely fine. Mm, and, you know, they're not bad at all. But on that note, I'm going to finish enjoying my meatballs and pasta, enjoy my beer, and then I might actually see if I can get a little campfire going. There's lots of wood lying around, so enough to make a little campfire. But hey, let's see. Mm. Ah, very nice. Well, I've got myself a little fire on the go. Nothing big or anything, but it'll suit me. You can't beat a little campfire. Uh, the wood that I've used is just little bits that I've found on the floor to be honest. I saw a little bit scattered around when I was walking into the woods today, so I thought, well, that could be handy, and certainly has come in handy. This little campfire is perfect. I'm just enjoying the last of my beer, and then I might have that Wayfarer chocolate pudding. To be honest, I'm pretty full from the pasta and meatballs. It's filled me up more than I thought, but hey, I might tuck into that chocolate pudding a bit later, but we'll see. But at the moment, I'm just going to enjoy the evening. It's still quite warm. Obviously, I'm right next to a campfire, but you know, air temperature is still quite warm. However, you can still feel the chill is starting to come in a little bit as the evening draws in. But you know, really, really nice, peaceful evening. So I'm all wrapped up in this Snugpak Special Forces bivvy bag. I didn't have the Wayfarer chocolate pudding in the end. I was just too full. Also, I think the time's about 11:15 now, and I'm starting to feel a little tired. I had a late one last night, so I definitely need to get some sleep tonight. But looking forward to seeing how I get on in this bivvy bag. I have to say the center zip on this bivvy bag really has made getting in it nice and easy. And if I have to get out this during the night to perhaps go for a wee, that's going to be nice and easy as well. But I'll let you know how I get on with this bivvy in the morning. At the moment, I'm nice and cozy in here, so fingers crossed I should have a good night's sleep. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, good morning. Just having my coffee and my pastry. Not a bad sleep last night. I think I got about 5 hours on and off, so that wasn't too bad. The bivvy bag itself was absolutely fine, nice and cozy, wasn't cold at all. This morning I did have a look at my sleeping bag, and there was a tiny little bit of condensation on the sleeping bag, but not a lot. But to be honest, if you're using a bivvy bag or a bivvy tent, you will always get some condensation. But like I said, it wasn't a lot at all. I have to say that, and I did mention it last night, the center zip makes it so much easier to get in and out of this bivvy. I did have to get up in the middle of the night to go for a wee, and getting out and then back in was super easy. So I really do like the center zip. Didn't actually get any rain last night. Thought I might get a little bit of rain first thing in the early hours, but no rain. But other than that, even if I didn't have my little top set up, the bivvy bag itself is waterproof, so I wouldn't have worried about that. Now, when it comes to setting up bivvy bags, some people like to put their sleeping bag and their mat and everything inside their bivvy. I personally like to keep my actual air mattress underneath my bivvy bag with then my sleeping bag inside, because I like as much room inside the bivvy as possible. I'm quite a restless sleeper, so yeah. Um, but listen, how you set up your bivvy bag is entirely up to you. There's no right or wrong way. There was quite a few little bugs flying around last night. I suppose it's because I'm right near this lake, but shall we say they didn't bug me anyway. But if you do get into bivvy bag camping, you can buy a bivvy bag that actually, on the face part of it, it has like a little sort of mesh that you can seal up over your face if you want to keep the bugs out. Or you can buy a little head net and just pop it over your head before you get into your bivvy bag. You know, if you're worried about a insect or a bug, whatever, going up your nose or in your ear or in your mouth, you can always do that. But honestly, I was absolutely fine. But all in all, I really like this Bivvi bag. Would I recommend it? Yes. For me, this whole setup, simplicity, not having to take a lot out when you go camping, being out in the open a bit more, for me, it's definitely heaven. But if you're claustrophobic in any way, I would say whether sort of being in a bag or in a bivvy tent where it's, say, close to your face, then bivvy bag or bivvy tent camping could be hell, I suppose. But let me know what you think. I've enjoyed it. As I say, the Snugpak Special Forces bivvy bag has been brilliant. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. And being out here by this lake, I've really, really enjoyed. But until next time, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It really does help the channel. Also, if you're enjoying these kind of videos, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on the bell notification, because if you do that, then you'll be notified every time I upload a video. But anyway, I'm going to finish my, my coffee, my yum yum, and then I'm going to get myself off home. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.